What's up, everybody, and welcome to SLC Puck! Today is Mother's Day, so what literally to celebrate, then having the moms of SLC Puck take over, as well as having Austin take over the mom duties with baby Kevin. Hi, Kev.
Hi, Bubby. That was funny. You're a funny fella, Kev.
Anyways, we've got a couple things to talk about today on our show. First off, I guess we're gonna put a plug in for Austin. You know,
His merchandise.
yes.
Yep. He has some cool new merchandise. He has some new merchandise called Big Tusk Energy.
You know, play off of his Big Nick energy where he rips off his shirt.
We're not ripping off our shirts.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll save you all on that one.
That would increase viewership.
Anyways, you know, Big Tusk Energy goes a lot with the mammoth name that was announced this week. Was that your pick?
Mammoth? Well, originally I was going to go with Yeti, but, you know, that was
Okay.
vetoed. Outlaws. I think I agreed with a lot of people that Outlaws sounded a little childish. And I like Mammoth, Tough.
Yeah.
There's some good history with Mammoth.
Okay.
So I like it, and I like the logo.
Yes.
And evidently there's some hidden Easter eggs in the
Yes.
logo.
You have to be open to these concepts. It's not just in black and white, as Easter eggs are usually not.
So supposedly there's the M right there
Yes, for mammoth.
for Mammoth. And then right here's the shape of Utah, if you can imagine that.
Yeah, you have to put two and two together and see the bottom line of it. You know, and then we got kind of the mountainscape.
Yep. And then these cool tusks.
Yes, and you know the tusks are also a U shape.
Oh,
You know?
yes, because I've seen that on that shirt. Or Austin has a hat that's kind of like that.
Yes.
Oh, yes, here, show the hat.
Yep.
Wherever
there's
that
the
is.
view.
Yeah. I do think the blue on my shirt is a little different than what's the blue color?
Mountain blue.
Mountain blue.
Yes.
I think it's a little brighter,
Yes.
but
Well, we went to the team store on Friday.
again,
They still had quite a bit of merch, and someone's observation was that maybe it depends on what color the background is on.
oh,
You
maybe.
know, so maybe if it's on gray, it looks a little brighter than if it's on, you know, the black or the white.
True,
So-
and this is gray, so.
Yes,
And it's a very hot, thick sweatshirt.
Yes, I could not wear my sweatshirt today.
Yeah,
So,
I'm melting
yes.
as a 50-something-year-old mother.
Yes. So we've been practicing our mammoth hand signals. Do you have a favorite one?
Was it this that they did on the?
Yes, this is the Pat McAfee Tusks Up.
Yeah.
This is the favorite.
Show me the other ones. This one's probably the easiest for me.
Yeah, it's the easiest and like
This is the
most
old lady
natural
one.
feeling.
Yeah.
There's like this if you do the one-handed.
Like this.
Yeah, you kind of gotta curl the fingers though, you know.
Okay,
The
like
tusks.
that.
Yes.
Okay. And what are the other ones?
Well, the debate is: do tusks come out of your nose or do they come out of your mouth? I think mouth because your nose is an elephant trunk, so you flash your U
Okay.
out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Or there's this one. Again,
Oh, this one's kind of cool.
you gotta curl.
Big tusk energy.
That's
What's
us.
the McAfee one though again?
This one, yeah,
Oh, just like this.
yeah. Tusks up.
And what's the tough guy one?
This one that you like?
Yeah, I like this one. Is that a mammoth noise, Kev?
I don't know.
Kevy.
Anyways,
Alright.
so we've had a lot of fun with the mammoth name this week. I know I personally ordered some mammoth plushies off of Amazon that will be arriving tomorrow
Because they didn't have any in the store
they
yet.
did not yet. I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah, this beauty co-star right here, Mammoth Gunner, whatever his name is.
Gunner.
is a beauty from Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you have some from Amazon coming for you and Kev.
Yes. But I'm very excited for a real mascot. I think they're going to wait until they have the in-arena mascot so then they can kind of make a plushie based off of him, you know? My vote is for Wooly, Woolly Mammoth.
The name?
Yeah.
You want the name to be Wooly? Okay.
Something different. Anyways, so there are 10 Mammoth players that are playing at the World Championships currently.
Wow.
Yes.
And that started on Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
And some of them are maybe people that you don't necessarily know belong to the Mammoth.
Oh,
but
all right. Because
there's 10 through all of
seems
them.
kind of high.
Yes.
When I originally saw the list, I thought I saw around 5 or 6. So you're telling me there are more than that?
There are 10.
Okay.
Technically that the Mammoth owns, not necessarily people with contracts.
Okay.
One of their 2024 draft picks, Gregor Biber, is playing for Austria. He's only 18 years old, which is pretty crazy.
Impressive, yeah.
So we'll probably see him playing for the Mammoth down the road.
Yeah.
But probably our big star right now is Logan Cooley on Team USA.
And you told me he just recently had a birthday.
Yes, his birthday was on the 4th, about a week ago, actually.
Oh, so he's and you said he's 21?
Mm-hmm.
A legal adult
Yes,
now.
a legal adult on the Utah Mammoth.
And where are these World Championships taking place?
Denmark and Sweden.
Denmark and Sweden. I was like, I did look that up. Didn't write it on the
producer
paper.
had to help us.
Yes, Denmark and Sweden. So Logan Cooley has 2 goals and 1 assist right now. Our captain, Clayton Keller, also the captain of Team USA, has 3 assists right now.
Good.
Josh Doan has an assist, and Michael Kesselring has 2 assists.
So they all have assists.
Yes.
That's impressive.
So they're all putting some points on the board.
And how many games is that?
They've played 3 games so far.
Okay, and do we know what all teams are playing or who they've played?
We could look. There's a lot of teams. There's a lot. The World
So it's
Championships
a lot bigger than the 4
Yes,
nations thing that we did during the All-Star, which was super, super fun. That was very exciting.
Yes. The World Championships are like the level below the Olympics. They're like as big as the Olympics, but not the Olympics.
Is this kind of like what they do for figure skating, where they have tournaments before the actual Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
World Championship for figure skating. There's a World Championship for hockey.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Our other notable friend, who I think is one of your favorite players for the Mammoth, Barrett Hayden, for Team Canada, has 1 goal and 1 assist right now.
Yeah, I think he was a really great player during the season. Mm-hmm. I don't think he got the attention that he deserved.
Yeah.
He did your favorite player. What about your favorite player?
My boy Karel Vemelka, Veggie, is playing for the Czech, and he has had 60 saves. 71 shots on goal.
And we used our calculator
about
to figure
85%. So
not good. Not great.
Not great, but we still have Veggie. His team has had 2 wins and 1 loss.
Still trying to recover from all those games he played.
Yes, he did play.
He's still tired.
A lot. Yeah, he probably needs to take a nap for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but he has 2 wins and 1 loss for the Czech.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said there are a few more players?
Yeah, there's a few more players, like I said, that people might not necessarily know. Also for the Czech is Josef, and we're going to butcher all of these names. I apologize. Korinar.
Just like Austin. Yep.
Yeah.
We weren't very good with our phonetics. We were full language readers.
Yes. So that's one that the Utah Mammoth has the rights to, but he doesn't currently have a contract.
Okay.
And then for Germany, we have Maximilian Zyber.
I love the way they spell Maximilian.
Zuber. Yeah, I do like the spelling of Maximilian.
Yeah, cool.
Very cool.
MAKSYMILIAN. Maximilian.
Yes. If you're going to name your kid Maximilian, you got to go all out and spell like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
He currently plays in the AHL. And then, like I mentioned, for Austria, we have Gregor Biber, one of the 2024 draft picks. Okay. And then for Slovakia, we have Patrick Koch.
Koch.
Yeah. He played for the AHL for a little bit, and then he actually went to play internationally with the Czech.
Do you know where people can watch these games? Because I've kind of been focused on the Stanley Cup.
Well,
so I haven't
they're
really
kind
seen
of
any
at
of these.
weird game times. You have to wake up like
Yeah,
in the
that
middle
makes
of the
sense.
night to
Yeah.
watch them. So
Okay, that makes sense.
that would be why. But we can go into the NHL playoffs
And
because we've been watching those a lot
Yes.
at our house.
They've been pretty cool.
Yes.
Especially that game last night
Oh yeah.
with the
Golden Knights and the Oilers.
Yes, because it was tied. Well, first of all, they went into the third period, and it was 3-2
Yep.
for the Knights.
Yep.
And then the Oilers tied it up 3-3, and it was a home game.
Yes.
So
and the
3-3.
Oilers were up in the series 2-0 before the game last night.
And I think actually the Oilers are the team I picked to win in my
the
bracket.
whole thing?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't been able to check my bracket because Austin says I didn't submit it correctly.
Yeah.
Whatever. Look and see if you can see SLC Puck Mom.
Yes, or
That would be
SLC Puck Chief.
Yeah. Anyway, so then last night we were watching it, and I was totally expecting the game to go into overtime because it was 3-3.
Yep.
And at the very end of the game,
0.4 seconds left.
4 seconds. Yeah. Knights scored, but really it wasn't the Knights score. They really had a little bit of help from the Oiler player.
Yes.
It went off he was trying to help the goalie.
Yeah, I was trying to block it in the way that it just bounced off.
I think Dreisaitl.
Yep.
I think it's the one he went off of his stick.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sad for them.
But it helps the Golden Knights a little bit. They would have,
been down 3-0.
been down 3-0, so makes it 2-1. One of my favorite series is today, the Jets versus Stars.
Winnipeg. And the Winnipeg Jets, I love their logo. I like the maple leaf with the airplane on it.
Oh,
That's probably one of my favorite logos.
Yes, it's a great
one. And the stars are really green.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. It feels brighter than it used to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one, but
and they're tied 1-1.
Yep. So
and I actually thought the Jets were going to run away with it. I think the Jets were one of mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Jets were kind of on top the whole, season, and then towards the end of the season, I don't know if they got tired or what, but I feel like they just haven't played as well as they did for majority of the season.
So there's that game today at 2:30.
Yep, and then we have the Maple Leafs versus the Panthers, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, but the Maple Leafs are up 2-1 right now.
That's kind of shocking.
Yes, so should be
2 great games today.
Yes, and then tomorrow we have another Golden Knights and Oilers game, as well as the Capitals and the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes are winning that series right now 2-1.
Oh wow!
And I think I had the Capitals picked. So.
Well, yeah, Ovechkin, you're kind of hoping.
Yes.
With his breaking the record this year, you're kind of hoping maybe he'll be able to go to the Stanley
kind of
Cup
thought it would be like a go out with a
Well, he's not retiring, is he?
No.
But another great thing to happen the same year.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
So lots of fun games to watch. So I guess I might have to take a little bit of a break from the playoffs and kind of pay more attention to the World Championships.
Yeah, and now that the World Championships, I mean, they just got started the other day. They had some pre-playoff games. They kind of have that practice game first.
Okay.
So they're just kind of still ramping up.
Do you know how long that lasts? Is it a couple weeks?
I think it's a couple weeks. I don't know. Well,
Producer?
You might have to ask.
I think it's till the 21st or
So just till next week? Oh, that's not too long.
Yeah, not super long.
All right. Well, we'll have to get on that a little more.
Yeah.
But go Utah Mammoth players.
Yes.
And we didn't mention that Keller is the captain.
Yes.
Of the
yes, he is.
The United States Championship team.
Yep.
So good for him.
Yes, definitely.
After not being invited to the Four Nations tour.
Yeah.
Disappointed about that.
Oh yeah, to come back and be
captain
the captain is awesome.
Yep, that's cool. So good luck to them. We'll be watching for them.
Yes. So we thought we would just kind of take the rest of the time today to talk about hockey moms. Being Mother's Day. You are a hockey mom. You've been a hockey mom for a lot of your adult life.
We kind of took a break from it for a few years. Mm-hmm. We were really involved with it. We talked about this last Mother's Day, but we were really involved with it when Austin was between 8 to 18. Mm-hmm. He started learning. He wanted to learn how to play hockey, so he joined a little youth hockey class or a little learn to play hockey class at the rec center.
Did it start with learn to skate? Did he just?
It might have
been
first. And there was a really great guy named Jeff Sneed that was his teacher. So he took the class from Jeff, and then we just went and took him skating a lot.
Yeah, we would just go to the bubble, to public
Yeah,
skating.
your dad would be at work at night because that's when the sporting events were, and so I would go and sit in the stands and grade papers, and the two of you would skate. You usually took friends with you. So he became a really good skater because he did a lot of practice.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we joined a team in Ogden, and then the Davis County Wind was formed.
Yep.
Austin played on that first Wind. And the interesting thing is, not this past year, but the year before, I teach in Bountiful, and I think there were actually 3 kids in 5th grade that year that played for the Wind,
is crazy,
which was
compared
unusual.
to like when Austin was going through school, he was
the only person,
basically the only one in his elementary school that played hockey. Yeah.
Yep. So, but I don't think I haven't. Well, no, there's a boy in 4th grade who will be coming into 5th grade that I saw him wearing a Wind jacket a few months ago. So
yes.
There are a few kids at Holbrook Elementary that play for the Winds.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, it's even crazy, like all the youth hockey teams that are out there nowadays. Because if you go to a Utah Hockey Club or Utah Mammoth game and you see all the jerseys, that the
for
youth
sure,
are
lots
wearing,
of kids.
There's so many teams out there that didn't exist before.
There are going to be a lot more.
Oh yeah.
With all these learn to skate classes and learn to play. Austin's involved with the learn to play program, and he's been having a great time. And he's really proven. We've seen some fun pictures that people have taken of him working with their kids that have been posted. So I think it's a great program. I think the Smiths have done really stepped it up and are really encouraging a love of hockey.
Oh yeah,
I really would be interested to know. I don't know if anyone knows this. Maybe they can tell me how Ryan Smith developed this great love for hockey.
I know
Did
that
he
would be
play
kind of interesting.
Hockey, or did he? How did he become so interested in hockey?
Yeah.
I haven't heard any of that backstory. That would be interesting to find out more about.
I mean, it's a fun sport.
It is super fun. It's very exciting.
I think have just become fans just because they've gone and experienced it and just seen how fun it is.
It is. It's very high energy. I mean, even to watch it on TV.
Oh yeah. We have hockey games on almost every night at our house. Like
yeah, for sure.
we have a hockey on constantly. So I actually got to go to one of the Learn to Play programs with Austin last week. And I was telling you, like, mad props to these hockey moms. These kids are on the ice for a little over 45 minutes, and these moms that do all the work to get these kids dressed and outfitted.
Well, I remember those days.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, that's a lot to put on.
That's a lot of gear to put on.
Yes,
and then we were also talking about playing hockey is a little bit more complicated than soccer or basketball.
You have to not only learn how to play, you have to learn how to skate.
Yes, yes. So,
and that's kind of something we've noticed a little bit. Like, but kids pick it up pretty quick. Like some of these kids, the very first time they are on ice is in full hockey gear.
For sure.
And maybe that helps them so they're not afraid of falling.
Yeah.
But
you have noticed though that one thing that we learned when we worked with Austin is you really have to get the skates tied tight.
Oh yes. Yes.
You can
hockey
tell
moms out there
tighten your child's skates. Because what you've noticed, in fact, you were watching and you sent a text or something to Austin saying, that boy needs his skates tighter. Because their ankles kind of...
Yeah, if your ankles are wobbling, your skates are not nearly tight enough.
So moms or dads or brothers or sisters who are helping your kids get ready for learn to skate class, tie their skates a little bit tighter.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems to help. What else? Then we were really involved with Beaumont hockey.
Yep.
You kept score at... Yes. Almost every game.
Dad was basically the team mom in a sense. That was kind of his title there, scorekeeping, getting all the ice time, being at all the practices, everything. We were kind of laughing when we went out to the Oval the other day too, because the year that they were renovating the rec center, the Oval was kind of Beaumont Hockey's home for practices.
Which is a long drive.
Yes, and Dad specifically, he loved to tell kids every single time, do not stop by that 7-Eleven. Right next to the Oval. Do not stop there and get a drink. You just drive straight to school. And so I always giggle every time I drive past that 7-Eleven that's like after the Oval. Like, story. Don't stop there. Like, I'm sure it's perfectly fine, but
Well, he wanted them to get to school and get on time because I think he really had to get some special permission for them to have that home release period for hockey practice.
Yeah, because hockey was technically a club sport. It wasn't a school sanctioned sport. So
he had to talk to the administration, get permission for the kids to use that as a home release.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids ended up doing early morning seminary.
Yeah, they
so
had to
that
make
they
up
could
a
have
credit somewhere
Yeah.
so that they could have that home release.
So he wanted to make sure that they didn't take advantage of that
Oh,
home release by being tardy and late for school. So yep, for sure.
Well, I think, partially to end off the show, Austin loves to bring up hockey movies. Do you have a favorite hockey movie?
Favorite hockey movie? Well, we watched Mighty Ducks a lot.
Yes, but it's
Gordon
so
Bombay.
good.
Gordon Bombay.
Like,
Yeah, we watched that
how
one
do
a
you
lot.
not love that movie? Like, have you watched 1, 2, and 3?
Well, I really like 1.
Yes. 2 is when they have their own world championships. And
the Junior Goodwill Games.
Yes, the Junior Goodwill Games.
And then 3 is the one where they have the different coach.
Yeah, they're in
the
college
prep school,
or the
more
prep school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 1's definitely the classic.
Did you watch the Mighty Ducks series on Disney Plus?
I did not. Yeah. But your dad really loved the scene in Miracle.
Yes.
Where Herb Brooks,
when he goes out in the hall after they win, he goes, yes.
He really loved that scene.
It's such a good one.
And Austin has a picture of Youngblood on the wall. I've seen that one because I used to be a huge Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze fan in my youth.
Who wasn't?
But I haven't seen it for a while, so I probably should rewatch it again. And I know Daddy loved that movie Slapshot.
Yes.
Yeah, he really loved that show. I think I've sat through that once, so I can't really say that that's one of my favorites. And then what are some other ones we've watched?
Austin loves to bring up Most Valuable Primate.
Oh yeah, I don't know if
he had that on the other day, and I was like, wow, I am not remembering this show very well at all. I don't know. The one I was thinking about earlier it's kind of a figure skating hockey movie, but remember that Go Figure Disney Channel original movie where they filmed part of it at the old Bubble.
Oh wow,
the old dirty,
that place,
dirty, nasty
Bubble.
They filmed the figure skating part there. The hockey part I think was filmed up in Ogden, but
that's good because
it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember that one a little bit. Even folks love the Disney Channel movies.
Oh yeah,
so we watched
Brink.
all those.
Oh,
yeah,
go watch that one. Yeah,
I was asking you about because we are big Bluey fans.
Yes,
and the mom, she plays hockey, but
she plays.
You said it's more field
yes.
hockey, which I ask you seems to be more like maybe lacrosse, so not literally a hockey.
Hockey is in some Disney movies. Pixar Inside Out, which is one of my favorite.
The girl plays
Riley. Yes, the girl, she plays hockey.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a really fun.
She loved
Foghorns. Hockey. Yeah, the Foghorns was her team.
Oh, the name of her team. Yes, that's a cute movie.
Yeah.
I my feeling about that.
Yeah, you're not a huge Inside Out fan, but
I just don't think it's a kid's movie. I think it's pretty deep. I have to really think about that movie.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, but I would probably have to go with Mighty Ducks. That'd be my favorite.
Oh yeah, I would have to agree. And
just a
so
classic.
Good. And Kevin was watching it the other day with me, and that was the first time that he's ever watched it. And he's seen a lot of hockey this year because he probably went to about 10
he did
hockey
go to
club games.
Lucky kid.
He went to a lot of games. And so he has been around hockey more this year, and he's watched hockey. And so while the Mighty Ducks were playing, anytime they had the puck, or he was watching the game and screaming and cheering.
And you made a cute little video of that. It was super cute. He's laying on the bed cheering.
Yes, so we immediately bought him a Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, there's a really cute picture of Asti and Kevy wearing matching
because then
Mighty
of course
Ducks.
you have to have a photo shoot with your matching jerseys.
Yes, just like your photo shoot at Target yesterday.
Yes, for Mother's Day. So
we need to do the plug for the ad.
Oh yes,
Jewelers.
Hey Anthony Jewelers, if you forgot that it was Mother's Day for some reason,
Austin,
if you didn't get your mother's anything for Mother's Day, go to...
This is your gift.
Oh yeah, being the host of his show is our gift.
Doing the work for him,
Yes. But for those of you who don't have this great opportunity, go to Payne Anthony Jewelers, Jonathan's Jewelry, and get your mom a special gift. And mention that you listen to the moms of SLC Puck for $100 off, or scan the QR code right there by your head, Sammy, to enter the drawing for $250 off. All right. Well, we love our Austin.
Yep.
We do. We're happy to be the moms in his life. And we're also happy to be your mom, the moms in your life, Debbie.
Yep. I love you. Yeah. And I love you, sweetheart. Love you too. Alright, well, how do we wrap her up?
Hey, happy
With a
Mother's
hug.
Day, everybody.
With a
March
hug.
9th, we can put baby in here.
Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Love you.
Happy Mother's Day from SLC Puck.
Keep plugging the show.
Oh, yeah. And be sure to
Follow
check
us
out his
on-
merchandise.
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X.
SLC
Big
Puck,
Tusk Energy.
Tusk Energy.
What's
All
up,
the-
buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Good enough.
He's gonna come up there. Oh, shoot, I gotta record.
Oh, damn, I forgot to hit record. Did you?
It's so funny.
Did you forget to hit record? Did he?